American media Politico reported on October 23rd that thousands of protesters gathered across Europe over the weekend to protest over energy prices. Financial Times from UK reported on the same day, getting through winter has become the priority for millions of people in Eastern Europe. People who cannot afford soaring gas and electricity prices resorted to firing up their furnaces with wood or lignite coal to keep warm. Landing Europe into such a situation, the US is hardly innocent. Since the conflict erupted between Russia and Ukraine, encouraged by the US, the EU has applied a series of sanctions against Russia. The Conversation website from Australia wrote on October 18th, the sanctions on Russia's oil sector have driven the price of natural gas in Europe nearly reached $500 per barrel, while the current natural gas prices of $300 per barrel could generate not only a natural gas crisis, but also a power crisis. Recently, the EU has adopted an 8th round of sanctions against Russia, while the sustaining energy crisis and inflation are what the Europeans have to deal with. Without any hesitation to trap as allies, the US has benefited from the ongoing energy crisis in Europe. Over these past couple of days, we keep hearing heads of states in Europe complain the willful charges by the US. TASS reported on October 21st, speaking at a press conference following the EU summit. French President Emmanuel Macron criticized the United States for selling its gas to Europeans at a price which is several times higher than the gas price on the domestic American market and referred to such a practice as double standards. Reuters said on October 21st, shares of Exxon, the US energy company, passed their all-time high, putting it on track for a record annual profit this year of $54.80 billion. This year's profits are largely from high energy prices. In clear contrast to lucrative US companies, the European economies bear the brunt. In August, Reuters referred to a study by the Institute for Employment Research, IAB, pointing out that due to the Ukraine war and high energy prices, Germany's economy will lose more than $265 billion in added value by 2030, and Germany's price-adjusted GDP will be 1.7% lower next year. The true picture of US conveniently taking advantage is being recognized by more and more Europeans. Still, if the decision-makers in Europe continue to follow the US blindly, we expect to see more windfalls for US energy dealers while sufferings for Europeans.